Today, we become legends.
Hey, my name's Inter, and welcome back to the channel for some Smite 2 Open Beta 9 data mining. We've got some Apollo information, some Scylla ability information, a bunch of new Prism skins that are coming, as well as some other stuff. So without further ado, let's just jump right in. Okay, I lied, so some smaller further ado. Of course, data mining can be inaccurate. I always got to put a disclaimer at the start of the video. Not necessarily everything that appears in data mining is going to be in the game, and even if it does come to the game, it might be in a slightly different form. Or there might be things that come to the game that never appear in data mining, all that kind of stuff. This isn't like a hard and fast rule that like this is coming in the patch or whatever. Things can change, especially with the way development is going on Smite 2 at the moment, with how fast it's going and how rapidly they're making changes and stuff like that. So don't take data mining as gospel, but it is generally relatively accurate in terms of predicting what's going to come to the game. But yeah, jumping in, this is the Springtime Traveler thing that we've already seen on Titan Talk. Don't need to bother about that. There's also going to be a Mother's Day event as well. And there's a bunch of new skin information. So Duke Dandelions is going to get prisms, it looks like. So Duke Dandelions is already in the game, but it looks like it's going to get some prisms in an unknown patch at some point. Athena Mystic Guardian is going to be coming as well. This is like that blue skin for Athena, and that's going to have prism recolors as well. Lunar Veil, Nightshade, and Starflare. Bologna Miss Senshi we already knew about. We've already seen this one on Titan Talk. That's going to be coming in OB9. Chak's Einhjar and Storm Jarl skins are going to be coming, and they're both going to have prism recolors. These are like the Viking skins that released in Smite 1 quite a while back. Hastur now has a skin in the files, which is interesting. That makes it, just a little bit more likely that it is truly going to be Hastur that is coming to the game, unless they're still, managing to hide it from data mining or whatever. But yeah, the fact that they said it's an H-God, Hastur's been in data mining, there's now a skin for Hastur, it could still be a bait, but I don't know, man, it's looking fairly likely that it might be Hastur coming to the game. Hercules Lavroka, I'm pretty sure it's already in the game, is it not? Maybe it wasn't. If it's not already in the game, Lavroka Hercules is going to be coming. Humba's Shadow Howler is already in the game, but it's going to be getting prism recolors at some point as well, which is really cool. Also, Hunbat's Arcane Ape, that sounds like a new skin. I don't think that's a Smite 1 skin. Not entirely sure though, but I don't think so. The Jingwei Bumblebee we've also already seen with the Ladybug Prism, but it's also going to have some other prisms as well. But the Ladybug one I think is going to be exclusive to that new wandering traveling market thing. Ceramic Circuit Kali is going to be coming with prism recolors. Trophy Hunter Kali is going to be coming as well, and then also Valkyrie and Blood Jarl, similar to the Chak skins, the Chak Viking skins. Kali's Viking skins are also going to be coming, and they're also going to have prism recolors. Kepri Dreadstalker is also going to have prism recolors when that eventually launches. Or is it already in the game? I'm not entirely sure. I lose track sometimes, but yeah, Kepri Dreadstalker either is in the game or will be in the game, and that's going to have prism recolors too. Ramerica, an exciting one, obviously a classic skin they kind of had to bring back, I feel, at some point. Ramerica is going to be coming. That's going to have prism recolors as well. There's one at the moment in the files called Chrome Eagle. So yeah, at some point relatively soon, hopefully we'll be getting Ramerica in the game, which is going to be pretty sick. And then also Susano Steel Samurai, I think was already in the game, or maybe it wasn't. Maybe it wasn't actually. Steel Samurai is going to be a classic skin, so that's going to be coming as well. So yeah, a bunch of new skin information. It seems like they're going pretty hard on prisms as well. A lot of these skins that are going to be coming have prisms. Yeah, there's the Elemental Gold Furies as well, but I've talked about those in a previous data mining video. I'll link that one down below if you're interested in what's going on with all of the Elemental Furies. But basically, it seems like we're going to be getting different Elemental Fury variants in the game at some point relatively soon. They're going to have different effects when you kill them and stuff. They're almost a little bit akin to a League Dragon style system. Still no more Hastur information at the moment. Still just using a placeholder Kali Ultimate, and then Kukulkan 1 placeholder for the ability 1, and he's going to be magical. That's all we know at the moment. There's been some updates to the God release schedule and stuff though. So Scylla is now at 95% chance for Open Beta 12 plus. Ganesha at 80%, Horus at 50, Rat at 50, Sylvanas at 50, and Wukong has gone up from 30 to 50. King Arthur has also gone up from 10 to 30. So yeah, at least according to this data mining, it looks like these are going to be sort of the next 7 gods, along with Hastur, obviously, after we get Apollo. And yeah, the fact that Scylla's on 95% chance and we got some ability information below, it makes me think probably directly after Hastur in Open Beta 12 is when we're going to get Scylla, and then probably Ganesha after that. And then after that, it'll be, one of these 50% chance gods, most likely. And then after we get through all of those, we'll probably eventually get to King Arthur. He's been delayed so many times, dude, because he's just so hard to make. But yeah, I believe Sylvanas is a new one. I don't think Sylvanas was listed in the data mining before, and he's now at a 50% chance. Ganesha was listed before, but he's gone up to an 80% chance, so probably directly after Scylla is what this would predict. And of course, we got a few models for some of these during the model leak that that happened on, I think it was February 10th or something like that. Bunch of models got leaked. They've removed the ones that have already been added to the game. These are the remaining 6 that were in the model leaks that aren't in the game yet. Obviously, Apollo is confirmed. He's going to be the next god after Guan Yu. And then, you know, we're looking at probably like Scylla. And then Ganesha is not actually here. We don't have a model for him, but apparently there's some kind of information for him in the files. Otherwise, it won't be an 80% chance. And then we've also got some Apollo and Scylla kit information as well. So Apollo keeps the stim for basic attacks. Ability 1, 90% strength scaling, does some damage. Keeps the mesmerize, bonus protections. Keeps the knockback and speed buff, strength scaling only. Looks like the +1s probably aren't in for Apollo yet. I don't see anything different here that would indicate that he's going to be getting any kind of a +1. He looks like he will be strength scaling only, which I think does make sense. Yeah, I'm only seeing strength scaling on all this stuff. I'm not seeing any kind of in scaling, and it looks like maybe they've just kind of like ported him over directly, and then they're going to add the +1s later. Maybe that's how they actually do it in development. You know, they get the god working in a Smite 1 state, and then they add the +1s. Because at the moment, with the way Apollo's been data mined here, it looks like he's just identical to Smite 1, and I assume we will be getting some kind of +1. But yeah, Apollo ability information now in the game, but obviously that's not anything too exciting. We already knew Apollo was going to be the next god after Guan Yu. We're going to be getting him in around 3 weeks time anyway, so we already knew that was coming. Scylla has some information as well though. In scaling on the 1, in scaling 5% on the 2, that's obviously not right. Magical prot debuff, that's normal. Slow MP5 buff on the 3 is normal. So yeah, not really too much in terms of Scylla information either. Probably again, you know, they're just sort of like working on adding it to the game, and then they'll add the +1s later. That will be my guess anyway. But yeah, Scylla does have like some stats and some information within the game now, which is probably why she has now been bumped up to a 95% chance here. You know, other than Apollo, it looks like she's kind of the only god out of these ones down here that you know, actually has substantial kit information in the game now. So yeah, looking likely to be Apollo, Hastur, Scylla, Ganesha, and then one of these 50% chance gods after that. But of course, you know, when Apollo does eventually release, and then we get Hastur, which is, it's not going to be too far away now. You know, we're going to get Guan Yu in a week, so it'll be 5 weeks until Hastur. And then after that 5 weeks, we'll probably get a god reveal for like the next roadmap of like 5 or 6 gods or whatever. And that will probably be a bunch of these ones that you're seeing here, most likely. And maybe one that surprises us, who knows. But yeah, there you go. That is the data mining for OB9. There maybe end up being some more that come out. Sometimes we get multiple like data mining. Sometimes we get one for the flash test, and then we get one also for the main patch when there's a little bit more information and stuff like that. But yeah, a bunch of prism skins, Apollo and Scylla abilities, Hastur getting a skin, which is kind of interesting. Let me know your thoughts on all this down below, and I will catch you guys for another one later on. Have a great day, and peace out, you does.